Hey everyone! Welcome to Update X24H, your go-to channel for the latest news, hottest dramas, breaking stories, and all the buzz from the world of entertainment. We're here to keep you updated, entertained, and always in the loop. Hit that subscribe button and join our growing family, because here at Update X24H, we bring you the news that matters, the drama you love, and the stories you can't miss. Thanks for being part of our community. Let's stay connected, stay updated, and keep the good vibes rolling.
Last night in Chengdu, something unusual happened after the lights went down and the concert officially ended. There was no announcement, no carefully prepared statement, no dramatic revelation made on stage. Yet within hours, the internet was buzzing. Fan communities were wide awake, and a single question kept resurfacing across platforms. What exactly did Liu Yuning reveal after his Chengdu Concert 2? And why did so many fans feel shaken by it? What caught people off guard was not a confession, not a name, and not a headline-grabbing sentence. It was a moment, a tone, a stretch of unscripted honesty that felt different from anything fans were used to. In an industry where every word is measured and every silence is strategic, this moment felt disarmingly real. And when reality slips through, audiences notice immediately. Some felt surprised, others felt unsettled, many felt drawn in, unable to stop replaying short clips and rereading translations, convinced there was more hidden beneath the surface. Because when an artist speaks casually after a major concert, exhausted and unguarded, even ordinary words can start to feel extraordinary. After the Chengdu concert, Liu Yuning appeared relaxed but visibly tired, the kind of tiredness that comes only after giving everything on stage. There was no celebratory mood, no triumphant tone. Instead, he spoke the way someone does when the performance is over and the spotlight has dimmed, when there is no longer a need to impress. He joked about small things, about being worn out, about skipping late night food, about heading back quietly. These comments taken on their own were harmless, almost mundane, yet fans sensed a shift. The atmosphere was softer, slower, more reflective than usual. It felt like listening to someone think out loud rather than perform. What truly captured attention was how he spoke about fans, not in a distant, polished way, but with an awareness that felt deeply specific. He mentioned people staying up late, refreshing social media, searching his name repeatedly, following every update even after the concert had ended. It was not said with exaggeration or drama, but with familiarity, as if he knew exactly what was happening on the other side of the screen. For many viewers, this was the first emotional hook. It created an unexpected closeness, a feeling that the boundary between artist and audience had briefly thinned. Then came the pause that changed everything. In situations like this, fans are used to hearing reassurance, playful deflection, or light-hearted denial when rumors exist. This time, there was none of that. No attempt to guide interpretation, no comment designed to shut down speculation, just calm, steady conversation that moved on without addressing what everyone else was thinking about. That silence, intentional or not, became the loudest part of the entire moment. In the absence of clarification, imagination rushed in to fill the gap. Notably, no names were mentioned. There was no direct reference to Zhao Lucy, no hint framed as a revelation, no explicit connection drawn. And yet, her name began appearing everywhere else, in comment sections, in fan discussions, in carefully worded posts, analyzing tone and timing. This reaction did not come from new information, but from context. Fans are highly sensitive to emotional cues, especially when two well-known figures have previously been linked in public conversation. In that environment, even neutrality can feel meaningful. What made this situation feel different from previous post-concert talks was its emotional the decision to rest rather than socialize. These details painted a picture of introspection. To some, it suggested emotional weight. To others, it suggested personal boundaries. Either way, it felt human, and that humanity became the foundation for everything that followed online. Another element that resonated strongly was contrast. Liu Yuning openly joked about his appearance, about looking less polished off stage, about liking the difference between his onstage image and his real self. That contrast struck a chord because it aligned with how many fans view him, not just as a performer, but as someone who carries both intensity and vulnerability. By acknowledging that duality, he reinforced a sense of authenticity that is increasingly rare in highly curated celebrity spaces. As clips circulated, the discussion gradually shifted. Early reactions focused on surprise. Later ones leaned toward interpretation. Fans began comparing this moment to past appearances, analyzing differences in energy, tone, and timing. Some suggested it reflected growth. Others suggested emotional complexity. Importantly, very few framed it negatively. The dominant mood was curiosity mixed with concern, admiration mixed with restraint. It was drama without hostility, tension without accusation. This is why the moment spread so quickly. It did not rely on shock value or controversy. It relied on uncertainty, on the feeling that viewers were witnessing something unfinished, something still unfolding. In digital culture, audiences are drawn to open-ended stories. They want to participate, to interpret, to discuss. This moment offered exactly that. It respected the intelligence of the audience by not spelling anything out, and in doing so, it invited deeper engagement. From a broader perspective, this episode highlights a shift in how fans connect with public figures. The most impactful moments are no longer carefully staged declarations, but brief windows of sincerity. Moments when artists appear to forget the performance and simply exist as themselves. Those moments resonate because they mirror real life. People relate to quiet exhaustion, to unspoken thoughts, to choosing rest over celebration. These are universal experiences, and seeing them reflected in someone admired creates a powerful emotional bond. Whether there was a secret being hinted at or not, ultimately matters less than how the moment made people feel. It reminded fans that behind the concerts and the headlines, there is a person navigating pressure, expectations, and personal space. It also reminded audiences of their own role in the relationship, that listening, interpreting, and sometimes overthinking are all part of being invested. The conversation that followed was less about answers and more about connection. As time passes, this moment may fade into the larger flow of updates and performances, or it may stand out as one of those subtle turning points that fans look back on later, recognizing its significance only in hindsight. For now, it remains a quiet spark that lit up the online world, proving once again that the strongest reactions are often born not from what is revealed, but from what is left unsaid. If you stayed with us through this story, thank you for listening and for taking the time to reflect on it with us. At Update X24H, we aim to bring you not just the latest updates, but the emotions, context, and human moments behind them. If you enjoy thoughtful drama updates and real-time stories from the entertainment world, consider subscribing to our channel and turning on notifications so you never miss an update. Your support helps us continue sharing meaningful stories, and we truly appreciate every viewer who chooses to be part of this community. Stay curious, stay kind, and we'll see you in the next video.